Oh, hello, welcome, fellow diamond painters. It's DP Crazy Lady. I'm doing this for, it's 10:25 p.m. It's still Friday, it's still the 22nd, it's still June, it's still 2024. I thought I would go ahead and show you that the lower section of the four gnomes is finished. The lower section. It is adorable. I really like it. And there are no ABs, but it is shiny. So the drills are pretty good. There are a few that, you pick them up and they might look a little smaller. You eliminate them and put in the other ones. There seems like there's more than enough drills so far. So since I finished, this whole bottom section, I put up my Spangler. So it's underneath this. I wanted to show you this, do a little whip and sip, and talk to you for just a little bit and put this up for Monday, for Saturday morning. So hang in there. I'm going to put you on pause and get started on the whip and sip. Okay, I think I got it. I kept hitting the button and not sure if it was recording, so you may get a double glitch. So I'm back at my Randall Spangler, the Curl Up with a Good book. Here's the photo of it. It's square, 27.6 by 27.6 inches, 70 centimeter by 70 centimeter. It's a Randall Spangler by Diamond Art. It's Curl Up with a Good book. And I started it on the 27th of May. Normally, this would be done already, but I'm working 2, 3, 4 different things at a time. So I'm taking my time, and it's working out okay. So here's the section I'm working on right now. It's the right center, so we'll have at it. Oh, I can get this over here. Okay. Let's see. I turn the light on so that I can see. It may blur up a little bit on y'all, and I can't stand this when I've noticed with these drills this time, these squares, they're not uniform like other Spanglers I have done through Diamond Art, and they're really starting to work my nerves because I'm so used to them fitting real nice, and I don't know, I can't say this was an older kit, but it might have been where, before they did a readjustment on their drills, or if they had, but it's driving me a little bonkers. So I'm constantly straightening them up and straightening them up. So let me get a color here. I told you all earlier on my Temu order that I had ventured out twice today in 90 plus temperatures. I mean, it was hot. I'll tell you why. If any of you out there have PayPal, watch it. Pay attention to it. Check it often. I mean, it's dangerous. My daughter, she sent me to the store, let's see, right, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. And she gave me her debit card to pick up what we needed, and it was declined. And we knew she had at least like $30 in the bank. And they ran it 2 or 3 times. They said, no, it's declined. And we knew she had the money. She checked her account. Somebody hacked through her PayPal account and has tried to take hundreds of dollars out of her checking. She was very, very upset. I'm surprised she didn't have a seizure over it, because that stress, not good. So we ran down to the bank, and they looked at it, and they said, well, everything says pending. And they said, as far as we know right now, there's nothing we can do until it posts. And she said, well, what am I supposed to do? And he said, well, you get a hold of PayPal and you put in a dispute for all those charges, all those things. And then as soon as they post, you come down here and, we'll deal with it here. So I said, oh, okay. And I said, but what about the late fees you guys are charging? $36 a day. He said, if they're all fraudulent, that it will be refunded. Well, that sounded easy. And we know with banks, nothing is easy. So this morning she checked them, and every last one of them posted, which puts her in severe overdraft. I mean, severe. And so we go down there. Well, there's nobody available. A teller can't do it. There is no banking person. They have their little offices there. And one was on a conference call, and there was no other one available, and there were 3 other people waiting in line for one of those bank people, of which there was only one. So they gave us an appointment for Monday. So in the interim, $36 today, $36 tomorrow, $36 the next day, plus whatever the amounts that these idiots are trying to pull out of her account. Well, she had contacted PayPal on that Thursday, yesterday, and put in a complaint, and put in, filed that they were all fraudulent. She did not authorize them, blah, blah, blah. Well, PayPal said, fine. Well, they don't really say anything because you don't get a live person, but it stated that it would take at least 5 days for them to run through their disputes or run through whatever it was. So that's 5 days times 36. And when we went to the bank and talked to them today, it takes them, once we set up the, because there's like 50 different fraudulent charges. And for each one, they have to put in code, print it out. She has to sign it. Then the next one they do it, same thing. Each one has to be done individually. In the interim, like I said, until Monday, there's, charges on her account. Then it also takes the bank 10 business days before everything's resolved. And that takes us into the first of the month where she gets her disability check. And it's going to put her behind on that because some things come out automatically out of her account when she that there's payments made. The bank says that as long as all of them are fraudulent and they're disputed, once we fill out all them papers and all that stuff, any overdraft fees and things like that will be reimbursed. They'll be put back in. But it takes them, like I said, 10 days. It's 5 days for PayPal, 10 days that way. And they said as soon as all this is resolved through PayPal, then, the smart thing is to drop PayPal. Get rid of them, get them out, done. Now, one of the things because I told the guy, I said, at the teller, I said, well, wait a minute. I said, what if in the interim, while we're waiting, more of them come in pending? You know, if whoever this is that did this company, person, whatever did it, what if they start, throwing in more and throwing in more? I said, I told my daughter, I said, wouldn't the smart thing be for the bank to put a hold on her account? Like, boom, lock her account so that no more come in. I mean, it's less work for them in the long run because they're going to have to go through all these things individually. I mean, I don't know why they don't lock her account, and put a hold on it until everything's resolved. But no, they just let it go and go and go, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So I don't know what is going to happen, but it better be resolved. And I told her, I said, you get rid of that dang on PayPal. I never did trust PayPal. I never used it. Don't like it. It's not worth having. And I'll tell you that right now. I've heard so many people having issues with them. And they haven't gotten any better over the years. They've gotten worse. So, thought I would, that was our second trip out. Because after I'd went and ventured out in the heat for one thing, I had to go out and venture out in the heat for the next thing. Dealing with this fraudulent crap. So, how was your day? Oh, I'm telling you, I mean, we're going to be hurting something serious until this is resolved because she had a little bit of money in the bank and we needed it for the rest of this month. Now we're broke. We don't have it. I spent my last $10 putting gas in my car because she has a doctor appointment on Monday and I have an doctor eye appointment on Tuesday. So it's like, and then I got to run on Tuesday after I get my eyes examined. I got to run over and pick out my glasses and run over to my brother as I'm taking him over some groceries. I have all these extra canned goods and different things that we can't eat that he can, so I'm going to be running that over to him, which is another, heat, heated trip, and using gas. And then we have, and then when my glasses are ready, then I have to drive back down. It takes, they said, about 5 to 7 days for your glasses to be ready. So then I got to run back down and get my glasses. I'm sure the gas will last that long in my car, hopefully. But this is getting ridiculous. Especially, and then we also have to go by the end of this month to get Liam's and Angel's flea med and heartworm meds. And my daughter puts that on. We have a care credit just for the pets. We only use it just for the pets. So we have a care credit that we can use. But it's like, I just can't, you try to do the right thing with everything you do. And like I told her, I check my checking account every other day. I do. Every other day I check to see if there's, anything. Which I don't charge stuff online or, except my Amazon, which, I pay the bill. And then, if I want something, it goes right through Amazon on the amount that I put in, but I don't know. I just wish everything would go back to, there's that, you can't change anything, you can't go back, but go back to the old days, boy. You wrote a check And, you know, like I said, everything's too automated, too whatever. But it used to be, you know, if you knew you were going to get paid on a Friday and you needed something desperately between Wednesday and Friday, you could write a check and it wouldn't hit the bank until Friday, and you didn't have to worry about any overdrafts. And then there were also banks that would waive overdrafts. I guess some of them still do, but I guess you have to have buku bucks in the bank or something. I don't know. Or have a certain, you know, amount. I don't. My check goes in from the government. Disability, it goes in, and within 5 days, most of that money's gone because it pays for whatever needs to be paid. So it's like it goes in and goes out. It might as well not even go. They might as well not even deposit it in my account. They might as well just spread it out among, you know, everything I got to pay, rather than, you know, just subtract everything and then just put that little bit amount in. I mean, and then the bank decided was going to start charging for checks. You know, and they were outrageous. I ended up ordering my checks through these companies or whatever, and so I've got enough checks that'll outlast me. I only write one check a month, and I've probably got, you know, thousands of checks. So I've got more than enough checks because I don't know. So that's what's going on, and it's a pain in the ass. And I hope it gets resolved because we can't deal with this. It's just too much. So I'm going to work on this over the weekend, I think. I'm going to do the last one or two or three of the coasters in between, because it's something I could just sit and do up real quick, and then get them sealed and give them to the girl across the street with the barbecue. I think I'll give them to her as a thank you gift, because I was going to send her a card and I can't find my stupid cards. I don't know what it is with me and readjust. Yeah, that's the bad thing. I knew where they were before I redid my room. Now I can't find anything because I can't remember where I put them. And it's funny because I'll go looking for something else and I'll find them. They'll show up. They always do. But I think that's just what I'll give her. It's something that she can use. It's something that'll last longer than just a card that, you know, throw away later. So, you know, how long I've been on here? Not very long. Yeah. That's why it's not going to be a real long video. I just thought I would, you know, do this. We were supposed to have thunderstorms today. Thunderstorms. Like I said earlier, when I was talking to my team, it spit a little bit. Then, probably a couple hours later, it spit a little bit again. I mean, just enough to make it even more unbreathable. And we did that maybe 3 or 4 times. And my brother said the same thing. He said, yeah, he said, over there you got like one little lowly dark cloud come by and it, you know, dribble, and then it left and was gone. And I think that's probably the same cloud that got over here and just barely spit at us and took off. So we didn't get hardly anything either. And now I looked at the temperatures and stuff. It's going to be 93 on Saturday. And I believe it says thunderstorms again. I'm not looking forward to having severe thunderstorms. I don't want them. But boy, we need something to cool some stuff down. So let's hope, that it's not severe, but that there are enough thunderstorms or enough rain to, you know, drop the temperatures. I guess the temperatures are going to be a little lower next week. Oh, my brother said, I don't know why my mom didn't call me, but I guess they didn't want to, worry me, because I'd have drove up there and kicked both their butts, my stepdad and my mom, that my stepdad fell right before Father's Day. And he thought he cracked a rib, but he didn't. He's the one that's 102 years old, outside doing stuff like they normally do. You can't, you can't keep them down. Neither one of them. You can't. You tell them not to do it, and there's plenty of programs out there in PA where they live, and he's a veteran. When my medical insurance called me and I was asking about, different things I needed done around here. Well, we don't have any programs here unless you're a veteran. Well, in PA, they have it for veterans. They'll come out and mow your grass. And, mow your grass or, pick up your, leaves, do different things like that. I'm going to have to tell my mom about it and see if, something. Because I know a few years ago, the Air Force Reserve that's up there by them came out and did a bunch of yard work for my mom and my stepdad. They did, they did plowing one time for the snow and everything. And then they came out and cut some trees down for them, because there's a lot of trees on their lot. They have a lot of big, huge trees. And they got about 2¼ acres, but there's a complete woods behind them. And then they got several trees, right there in their lot. And every once in a while, the deer will either wander in, or a couple times they had a bear, going after her trash cans and stuff. So, but yeah, they've come out a few times, the reservists. So maybe they'll do it again to help them out or something, because this is getting ridiculous. And the Air Force Reserve is just, it's a hop, skip, and a jump from their area, so it's not that far away. So, I guess I'm going to get off here. Like I said, just wanted to do a quick little update. Wanted to show you the gnomes, because they're moving right along. And I know the Timu haul was very small, just a couple little simple things. Didn't even know if y'all would be interested in it or not, but thought I would show you. When I get a chance to use either one of those pens, I will. I'd like to use one of the ones I got from Amazon too, but right now with what I'm working on, I already picked my pens, so I have to wait. And so, well, I'm going to get off here and work on this over the weekend. I might get you another video out on Sunday, so I'm going to go. Enjoy your Saturday. I made a taco salad for dinner. It was so good. Fantastic taco salad. So, love you all. Hugs. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.